Also within the SD Works team, you would say their team leader in this race, Misha Brodevold. When Cassiani Viadoma was attacking, it was Misha Brodevold that was able to stay with the Canyon SRAM rider on the descent for our two leaders.
There we go, 6:53.
Oh. That is the gap for our two leaders, 6 minutes and 53 seconds. So it was still a considerable amount when they, before the level crossing came down, and are still holding now just under 7 minutes here. It's this is a 2019 scenario we're seeing playing out again.
It is, yeah. This race has thrown up another curveball for the riders, and now seeing the team of UAE ADQ also coming to the front.
So we got, as we run in towards Jena for our two leaders, couple of corners within that final kilometre that they have to negotiate, but a fairly long finish straight that they have.
Yeah, so when the riders get to the bottom of this descent, as I mentioned, there is a small railway that they need to cross, and then a relatively big road until around 600 metres to go, where they will turn right. It then starts to narrow ever so slightly, and then 300 metres is the final left turn, and then run in towards the finish.
And looking at this scenario, wherever the stage win goes here, we're seeing that the GC in this already on day one. But this is bike racing, anything can happen. So we've got a long way to go to stage 6. But essentially, these are our two big GC riders now in this race. But it could open up an absolutely thrilling race in terms of the rest of the riders now trying to make up this time.
Yeah, it could go absolutely bonkers, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, you know, on stage 5, we have that individual time trial, you know, but even if, you know, the riders don't lose any time before that, you know, still closing, kicking on towards 7-minute gap in a time trial to those two riders would be very difficult indeed.
But also, if you look at the teams in defending this lead, for Human Powered Health, Krista Dobol-Hickock, Romy Kasper, Barbara Malcotti, Katia Ragusa and Alice Wood. I mean, Romy Kasper could ride on the front all day, every day. We know what sort of rider that she is. Volker Vessel's strong team. Sophie van Rooyen, they've got the experience of Sabrina Stoltens in there, Lien Janssen, Quincy Schurns and Annika Dijkstra as well. So yeah, very interesting scenario. So we're looking one rider here in the white, blue and black colours, Margot van Pachtenbaker, the 25-year-old Belgian rider, looking for her first win as a pro. Ruth Edwards looking for win number 18 and the first victory since her comeback to racing, retiring at the end of 2021 when she was with Trek Segafredo, deciding that she just missed it too much. She went away, she raced some gravel and came back into the road. 6:55, 2.6 kilometers to go. They got to power this one all the way in towards the finish, and we're, as we said, Danny, Ruth Edwards, we know, has got a fast finish. We haven't seen Margot in this scenario before, but she's been such a surprise since she came into racing that, yeah, this could be fairly even, this one.
Yeah, it could. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one will play out. I'm not sure that we actually got the results of the intermediate sprint. So there was 6, 4 and 2 bonus seconds. Of course, the 6 and the 4 went to these two riders, but we're not entirely sure which rider it was that picked up that intermediate sprint. It happened around about the same time as when we saw the crash in the bunch on those tram lines.
Yeah, I haven't had a confirmation through either, so that we'll get that, of course, won't we, when we get the general classification at the finish, and that'll be interesting come the sprint finish as well. What a day here on the opening stage of the Lotto Thuringen Ladies Tour. When we came on air, we said it always throws up some surprises, and it has done that again today. A gutsy move from Ruth Edwards of Human Powered Health and Margot van Pachtenbaker of Team Volker Vessels. The stage win is going to one of these. The first leader's jersey in this year's race is also going to one of these two, and they're also setting themselves up for the general classification here in one of the most historic stage races on the calendar in women's pro cycling. As we line up here on the front, Ruth Edwards, Margot van Pachtenbaker in on the wheel here. The sprint is starting, and here they go up towards the line. We're following it through from the drone. Margot van Pachtenbaker comes off the wheel now of Ruth Edwards. It's going to be a first pro win here for the Volker Vessels rider from Belgium. Margot van Pachtenbaker takes the win that we've been waiting for on the opening day here of the Lotto Thuringen Ladies Tour. Ruth Edwards has to settle for second place. I think it's fair to say, Danny, we've been waiting for a while. Margot van Pachtenbaker has arrived.